Hey guys, thanks for joining us and listening in. We're joined by Joanne Jobin. She is the one who's bringing us the mining investment event of the North. Joanne, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for having me this morning. Super pleased to be here. And I'm super pleased to announce that we are officially sold out for our presenting company slots. How cool is that?
That is fantastic. Congratulations, given that this is
Thank you.
the first of its kind for Canada and what you're trying to achieve with it. So, obviously this is really good for companies, but it's also super
Yeah.
cool for investors able to get access to some of these big names. So how's it come along?
Well, we have a fantastic schedule of companies, keynote speakers, panels. We have almost 30 sponsors and partners. I mean, come on. This is our first conference. I'm so happy. And those sponsors include, of course, Laurentian Bank, BMO, Stifel, GMP, Haywood, IBK Capital, Pear Tree, Northern Miner, Kitco, and the list goes on and on. And we have some really great mining companies that have stepped up for sponsorship as well for the evening events. Osisko, O3 Mining, Maple Gold, Troilus, and of course, we just recently added Rio Tinto. And the
Nice.
government of Quebec is a special participant, so we're just waiting to hear if the Honorable Jonathan Julien, the Minister of Mines, will be speaking on Monday.
Fantastic. Tell me, how are you going to be breaking this up, with all of these companies? How do they get featured and how do the investors sort of access that over the 3 days?
Yeah, great question. Well, as you know, we are a multi-commodity. We're pretty agnostic in which commodity we're featuring, so it's everything. So day one is going to be explorers. It's a half day on Sunday, but the one-on-one presentations in our private rooms will begin at 9 a.m. that day. Day two will be completely packed with a Quebec spotlight in the morning, followed by an energy metals session with some of the world's top green metals companies. And day three, as I call it, the big boy day, or the big gal day, will feature Hecla Mining, Denison Mines, Equinox, Sigma, IAMGOLD, Yamana, and the other large producers. So we have a really excellent mix of developers and juniors all across the board.
Yeah, it sounds like, but the phrase I keep hearing from you and others is this is being designated as a tier one conference. What does that even mean?
So simply put, a tier one conference is an independently sponsored conference by the investment community and the mining community. Great for deal flow, by the way. So not sponsored by a broker, just for their clients and for their institutional clients. It's a fabulous location. Old Quebec City is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I think that will appeal to everyone, including the Europeans. And we are seeing that with our signups right now. And one-on-one meetings in a dedicated private room for issuers with an automated calendar system. So exactly what you see at Precious Metals or Denver Gold Forum, that's exactly what we're doing. And for me, I think what's really important is fresh styled content for issuers and great media partners to get the news out.
Fantastic. You've kind of obviously put this conference together, and it's the first one of its kind. You've had to price it fairly compared to some of the other bigger conferences. Is that working?
Yeah. So, one of the key things for me is when I put this conference together in Canada, I wanted to ensure that it's fairly priced compared to other tier one conferences. And I believe we've done that. I also wanted to provide an opportunity for CEOs to reach out to their investors in a fresh way. So, frankly, I was really bored of seeing a CEO go up a tired gray riser and pump through 100 slides in 10 minutes. An exaggeration, but not by much. You know what I'm talking about. So this is why we're not running multiple tracks for multiple companies. We have one beautifully lit main stage where all the action happens, fireside chats, etc. CEOs are going to get an opportunity to do the talk, which is a TED Talk inspired presentation, or they can do a fireside chat with you, or they can do a traditional presentation behind the podium, but they are going to have to bring their A game. I think it's very clear that we aim to be something completely fresh and new here.
I think that's so important, right? It's not just the CEOs. They tell me that all the time. We get bored of saying the same thing 10 times a day. It loses its freshness, but also for investors, they've got to be able to look at companies and come at companies a different way too. So I think that's fantastic. But you've also got this pay-per-view system that you're going to be running. So why are you doing that, and what makes that so different?
Well, I'm really pleased you asked that question, Matt. We did a soft launch last week and we were really pleased by the response we got. We're calling it an interactive virtual pay-per-view option, and it is for accredited retail investors only. Our goal here when we started developing this and what it would look like is that we wanted to provide accredited retail investors an opportunity to actually see the CEOs of some really big mining companies present in real time. I don't think they get that opportunity anywhere else. Most importantly, it gives the virtual audience the opportunity to participate by submitting questions through the portal directly to the participating presenters. And they will have exclusive and unlimited access to the archives containing all the presentations, the panels, the talks, and the extended Q&A. Because the event will only be releasing and publishing company presentations after a delayed period following the conference.
Right.
So anyone interested in this groundbreaking interactive platform, please go to the website and contact Nancy Learned for an invitation to log on for Canadian $2.99 for 3 whole days.
Wow, $2.99. It's not even real money. $2.99. Well, no, that should be a good one, especially when the archive component goes up. It's a good source of information if you come at it the way you're suggesting. It's like fresh, new way of looking at these companies. But let's talk about investors. That's what's driving these companies to attend. How is that coming along?
Well, the signups have been nice and steady. I'm really pleased to see that. I mean, we've set an amazing table for investors. And we're starting to see increases in signups as we get closer to the date. We're seeing a really nice cross-section of participants from the UK, Australia, Canada, and the US. And we have a nice mix of institutions, funds, high net worth individuals, and family offices. So investors, which I'm really happy about, are already starting to request calendar meetings with our issuers. So that's fantastic. We know the system is working and we know that people are engaging. The issuers will get the opportunity to reach out to the investors towards mid to end of May. So we're looking forward to hosting everyone in Quebec City in June.
Okay, fantastic. And I asked you this last time we spoke, because I'm delighted to be supporting a venture like yours, trying to do things the right way for the right reasons, so everyone gets something out of it. But I got to finish with a toughie, which is, what are the challenges still there for you? I know you've sold out, but until it's over, it ain't over. So what are you facing?
I think it's what every single conference, even the tier ones, are facing right now. People need to register, whether you're an investor, issuer, pay-per-viewer, or a tier 3 guest. You need to sign up. I cannot stress this enough. This event is invitation only. Similar to Denver Gold Forum or Precious Metals in Beaver Creek, it's an exclusive event. If you've received an invitation and you do intend to attend, you need to sign up. There will be no walk-ins. So if you'd like to receive an invitation, please contact Nancy Learned on the website. All of the contact details are there.
What's the URL? Matt, gives the URL before you finish?
Yes, bigconferences.com.
There we go. Okay.
Really easy. And Matt, before we sign off, because I know you have an incredibly busy day, I would like to thank you for supporting our event. I look forward to your participation. I hear you're hosting some fireside chats, which is going to be great, which is a fantastic value add for the issuers as well. And, you're also going to be taking part in our buy-side panel. So as we say, see you soon in June, mon ami.